Hey, welcome back to our 5 Minute Fridays. It's snowing now. That's very exciting. So, today I was thinking about how I wanted to give 5 tips, and then I realized that I have a cute little story that happened this morning, so I want to share that, and it's all about perspective, and hopefully that will take up the majority of the 5 minutes. If it doesn't, then we can reflect on it. I curled my hair, and it was quite an adventure because my hair is pretty thick and it takes quite some time. I then slept on it and I woke up and not that many hairs were ruined, so it was pretty exciting. I only had to fix it for 10 minutes. And I was walking to class and said it was going to be really windy today, and we are in Burlington, so when it says windy, it's really windy. Beyond windy. I would compare it to Chicago windy. And I was a little upset about that because I curled my hair and I spent time on it, and it was just all over the place. So then I'm walking, and my friend Leanna and I are walking, and we get to almost the dining hall, and it starts raining. And I have my hood up, and my little side hairs got all wet. So I go in the dining hall, and I take my hair out, and I have these front hairs that they're just ruined. They're not curled at all. They're wet. They're kind of gross. And I'm just I spent an hour plus on this curly hair for it to get ruined and rained on before class even started today. It was very upsetting. So I looked at Leanna and I was like, well, I could let it ruin my day, or I could just move on and be thankful that the rest of the hair is still kind of curled. And that's what I did. So we moved on, and everything went fine. I went through all my classes and everything, and I got some compliments on the hair, and people were like, you look so cute. And I was like, thank you. And then it was super sunny outside, and it became a beautifully great day. But I couldn't have imagined how terrible of a day it would have been if I would have decided to let the wind, rain, all of that affect my ruined hair and have that affect me how I felt about how my day was going to be. So although that happened right in the morning, point of that being that if I decided to have a negative attitude about the fact oh, I spent so much time on my hair and now it's ruined, I would have been in a terrible mood for the rest of the day. But instead I just said, well, the rest of the hair still looks fine. I hid the bad hairs behind the good hairs, and I was able to enjoy and absorb everything that happened around me. And I'd say overall, for it being 3 o'clock, it's been a pretty stellar Friday. So one of the things I was considering talking about today was the idea of things always being more abundant than we think they are. So this could go in terms of grabbing Nutella on your plate and thinking you need more, and then having to throw some away because you didn't eat it all. But if it's Nutella, chances are you will eat it all. So maybe that was a poor example. Sometimes I grab a lot of peanut butter in the dining hall, and I'm like, oh, this is definitely not enough. And then I grab more, and then I will throw it away sometimes. And I feel really bad about that because it's really wasteful. The point of this statement being that there's always more of things than you think there is that we tend to take a lot, and we don't really realize how much we take when we are in certain situations. Sometimes we assess situations and we don't realize how much of things there are, like homework. And we're like, oh, there's only 5 problems. I'll do it tomorrow night, when it's due tomorrow night. And then you kind of screw yourself over because you didn't give yourself enough time because it was 5 problems, but there were A through F subparts. So, I think overall as a species, we, maybe just a generation. I'm not really sure though, but speaking from my personal experience, I think that people take a lot and they don't really realize that they are taking a lot, and then there are just a lot of negative effects that come from that. So in order to stop those effects from happening, all we have to do is just take less, and all will be well, because if we take less, then there will be more for the people around us. If we assess situations and realize that we need to allocate more time to things because there is more of it there than we really thought there is, then we can do better, we can prepare ourselves better, and we can feel more confident in the things that we are doing because we're not struggling and scrambling to get through them. Okay, that's the end of that idea. We have another 30 seconds. Awesome. So, personal connections are super important. I've definitely touched upon those a lot. I just got a new job, and I am a campus manager for Fresh Prince, which is a customized apparel company. And reaching out to people, I've learned, is definitely a skill that you acquire. You learn how to make connections with people. But through that, really fast, I've learned that you need to make sure that you are open, that you are willing, understanding, and approachable. I think being approachable is the number one thing, because I've had jobs that I've done with people and they're like, oh, would it be okay if you helped us with another job in the future? And for me, like being a quote unquote saleswoman, I'd be like, oh, like, of course, like, why would I not want to help you? But that it's that aspect of being approachable. You want people to feel comfortable asking you those questions. So, thanks for tuning in. I hope this was a great 5 minute, slightly over 5 minute Friday, and I hope that you have a great weekend.